everyone. Welcome back to Galaxy Podcast episode 8. We have been missing Ihab for a while now. Sorry for taking long to do the next episode, as if I have so many viewers. Okay, without further ado, I would like to introduce our next guest. She has her own YouTube channel. She has over 80 now, right? 80K subscribers, and she has 2 channels, I think. And then I would like to introduce you to Uurtsaikh 20, the criminology babe.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me. So excited to be here.
Thank you for coming on our podcast.
Yes.
So, we usually invite expats to our podcast, but our main goal was, one of the goals was to invite repats also.
Yes.
To feel and to know what they feel like, and then what they do since they came to Mongolia. So let's start with studying in the States.
Yes. So I went to States to study in 2009, and then I came back 2013. Yes.
So you've been there for 4 years.
Yeah. So I left when I was teenager, and I came back as an adult. So it was a pretty big change. But I loved every second of it. I really am happy with my decision, because actually the original idea was for me to stay in the States and continue my work and studies over there, but I chose to come back because I feel like in Mongolia I have many more opportunities than in the States.
So what made you to choose the States than other? There's a lot of countries that you could have went to.
The first thing is my brother is already there, so I have a family there, which is very comfortable. But the second thing is that it's just, for me, it was always States. Even when I was a kid, I always knew when I grow up I want to study in States. Just I want to be there because my vibe is very American, very States. Yeah.
So one of our guests on our podcast before, he said his father, he was supposed to go to Canada. He lived here. He's an expat, but he lived here from 11 year old, and then he was supposed to go to Canada, and then his father talked him out. And the question was, he said, son, I want you to really think, right? Deeply think. Are you going to Canada because it's Canada?
Yes.
Or is there something that you really need from there? What was it for you?
Yes, it was really States for me, because, I don't know, maybe because I grew up watching a lot of American television, that's why it was just close to home, it was close to my heart. I feel it's going to be just same as home, it's not going to be so strange or so awkward. I just feel like I know the people already, I know the culture already, so it's going to be easy. And it was actually just as I thought. It was easy adjusting to the lifestyle. It was easy adjusting to everything because I had this vision already.
So I'm pretty sure that, some of the influences from your family, of course, right? Probably your parents were really open-minded people, and then your brother was already there, and then he probably talked a lot about the States and how advantages are there, the good things.
Yes.
So probably that was one of the influences.
Yes.
Plus the entertainment contents that you've been seeing on television and everything, right?
Yes, exactly. Exactly, it's the same thing, because my brother is even more than me. He loves States more than me. That's why he's still living there. He enjoys there, he see his future there, and it's cool. And he just had a baby.
Oh,
so
congrats to the brother.
Yes.
And another question, what was the contents that you've been, what was the, in the sources that you found information about the States?
Mainly from movies and also from the music industry. I'm always fascinated about the Hollywood lifestyle, the celebrities and the music industry. I was pretty entertained since I was a kid. Again, my brother, huge influence on me, so that's how I got my informations, mainly from television and movies.
So television, how about internet?
Yes, true, but it was not that big. I remember I used to try to talk to my brother, like to States, and I would go to the internet cafes, and I would have like 1 hour like limit, and then I would go to Yahoo Messenger, like buzz, brother, are you there? How is life there? Are you enjoying there? Yes.
Those were the Mongolia chat times.
Those were the good times. And then it was high five.
Yeah, high five was there, and then
Yes.
not a lot of people had mobile phones.
True. It was always like flip phones.
Yeah. Then you would have to go to a blind date every time when you chat on these chat platforms. And then you would look from a distance, and then if you don't like it, you would escape.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, I got dumped once.
It's
When I
okay.
was a
Like
kid.
I feel like everybody goes through that.
Yeah. All right. So I want to know when was the first time you were introduced to YouTube?
YouTube. Yes, I was introduced to YouTube when Michelle Phan and Ryan Higa and all those people were just young people who record themselves in their room, like trying to entertain people. It was those days. It was not huge as today. It was very small community. It was just mainly about music and music videos. But then people started doing videos, like home videos, and then it got huge.
Which is vlogs, right?
Yes, I was introduced to YouTube like, 2009, probably, right after I went to the States. So I was doing my studies, and then I was watching YouTube on my free time. And then, and even nowadays, now I have 2 YouTube channels, right? And people ask me, like, how did you, what inspired you? And like, how did you know you wanted to YouTube, right? But to me, I always knew I wanted to YouTube because like YouTubers have those community, just like a family who watch them and support them. And even with my channel, now I upload video and there are certain faces I see every time. And I feel like they're just
the regulars.
Yeah, the regulars. And it feels like they're like my friends or my family. And they would always comment nice things and they would always support me to go further, and just love them so much. I feel like my community is very healthy and very supportive.
So you have 2 channels, and one, as I know, is you talk about criminal.
Yes.
Why? You could have talked about a lot of things in the world,
Yes,
right?
true.
You're a beautiful lady, as I can see.
you.
You could have talked about fashion, makeups, like movies, music, but why criminal?
Yes, I have 3 reasons. The first thing is, a crime podcast was getting popular worldwide on its own. So pretty much everybody was doing it. And the second reason was I just enjoy the criminal documentaries since I was a kid. Do you remember the X Factor?
Yes.
Yes. Oh, no.
X-Files. Yeah.
Yes. I used to watch that as a child, religiously.
I think everybody loved it.
Yes, to me, it was very interesting. I'm like, what's going to happen? And the life of criminologists, right? It's very interesting. And I don't know, I was so fascinated about the criminologist and the mind.
Thrillers, detective.
True,
stuff.
and also the mind behind the criminals. What triggered them? What happened? What happened when they were kids, They always have reason. So it's just
trauma.
A trauma, a reason, something happened when they were kids, so that's what's interesting to me. And the third thing is, it was quarantine. I had to do something.
Okay. So it was your first channel you started, right?
Yes, it was my first channel.
And the second channel you started is about fashion.
Yes, my second channel is about fashion, lifestyle, all those girly things you mentioned before.
Okay. And you do have that channel. That's
yes,
good.
True. So since 4 or 5 days ago, I started vlogging on my second channel. My second channel's name is Dawn, which is a translation of my name. So it's a Dawn channel, and I used to do fashion, luxury unboxing, the bag unboxing. All those girls love stuff. And then I realized that people wanted to see my daily life because on my the criminology baby channel, people asking are you planning to do a vlog? It's going to be very cool. We want to see behind the scenes. And then I decided to vlogs. So I just started. I'm doing Vlogmas now. So it's vlogging till Christmas every day.
Ah, Vlogmas.
Yes.
Okay. I was wondering how did you came up with that name, Vlogmas?
It is actually already a name on its own.
Oh,
Yes.
I see. And then I'm pretty sure because, like, you know, the criminology babe, you're on the one position talking about these criminal minds and everything. And then obviously they want to see what you're doing, what's your daily lifestyle,
true.
and what you're wearing probably, right?
True.
When what is your first advice for people who would like to start YouTubing?
Okay, so first thing is just be confident in yourself. Of course, people are going to judge you because you're putting yourself out there, but that's a good thing. You know, like nothing good comes out of just always having a good words about you, you know? Like sometimes you need people to say like bad things to feel really strong. So you have to be very brave and very confident in yourself. And secondly, you have to really be prepared. You know, like as for myself, like when I do like crime talks, I really have to prepare because it's a true story. I can't mess up names. I can't mess up places. So I do my research probably for like 3 days or 4 days. I watch every news outlet. I read every articles about that crime. So after 4 days, like I'm prepared. I feel really ready for that. So that's how I do my content. So being prepared is very good, and being confident is also very good. And if you really want to start, but you're waiting to have a nice equipment, don't wait for that. Just start with your phone. It's simple like that. Nowadays, phones are really good. If you really have passion, people would appreciate it, even if it's recorded on the phone.
I'm pretty sure people wouldn't tell it's a phone.
Yeah,
Because
actually
nowadays
true.
phones, they record on 4K.
Yes.
And it just depends on the lighting, I think.
True.
So if it's not a secret, of course, could you share what was your starting budget
Starting budget?
on criminology, babe?
Yes, starting budget was, so my camera was like around, completely forgot. Okay, maybe I think it was 4 million Mongolian tugr, probably. With the lighting, with the microphone was a gift from my dear friend.
Oh.
Yes, and the camera, lighting, and the backdrop. Like I have this backdrop. And people think it's actually my home wall.
Okay.
But it's a backdrop. I
So
printed it out.
Oh, okay. Specifically for the show.
For the show, yes. It's so easy. It's foldable, so you just fold it.
And you can take it everywhere.
Yes, true.
Ah, that's nice.
Yes.
Okay, so let's go back to the conversation of like coming back from the States. What changed your mind to come back? You said like your brother was in love with the States. He was always been there, and then the reason that you went to the States was also to be there. But
Yes.
then, what changed your mind to come back to Mongolia? I'm pretty sure it's not YouTube for sure.
Yes, for sure. It was not YouTube at that time. I just feel like I wanna achieve certain things in life, and for States, it's such a huge environment and community and like economy. It's just everything is taken. Like in my eyes, everything was taken already. Like, but in Mongolia, there are still some things can be done, new things. It's just very new to every opportunities. But in States, pretty much everything is taken. So I see myself having many greater opportunities in Mongolia. So I came back. And to me, that worked out pretty well because I did have a lot of opportunities in here.
What was your starting job, first job that you took when you came back to Mongolia?
Yes. So I did a lot of jobs since I came back, and it was very interesting road. First job was managing at the modeling agency. So I worked with a lot of model youngsters. And then the second job was the management in the club. So it was a very fun job. I made a lot of friends. And then after the club, I worked in the fashion industry as a brand ambassador. So I did the clothing, I did the window, the store's window display.
Oh, yes. Okay. The showcasing part.
Showcasing. I designed all the showcasing, and I dressed up the mannequins every like new season. So it was very interesting, and it's actually my major. And then I started working in a cashmere company. Before the cashmere company, the funny thing is I used to work in the television.
Oh yes, I remember
Yes.
that. Yeah, you were foreign news anchor, right?
True. Now I tell
Which
it.
television was it?
It was SPN. It was mainly for news television. But it was a great time. I learned a lot of things, and I feel like I got the ability to speak in front of camera from the television. So thank you, my television family.
Television family.
Yes.
So I also remember that you were on that adult cartoon series called Onstumt.
Oh, yes, yes, yes.
So how did that happen?
I love that experience. It was amazing. I told you before, like, I loved the American TV series and
Yes.
like Family Guy, Simpsons. So it was actually one of my dreams to have my voiceover for the animation, and it came true. The producer, the producer for Onstumt is my classmate.
Oh.
So him and me, like, we knew each other since we were in high school. So he knew what I was capable of, and then he's like, Tuki, I really think you should do voice for the animation because you have that really fun voice. It can change into very calm, or it can change into very like bright, like voice, sassy voice, right? I think you should do it. And I'm like, yeah, let's do it. And then I did it. It was amazing. Onstumt blew up. It was.
Yeah, it was a big hit.
Yes, I actually still watch it sometimes. I just put it on YouTube and watch it. And sometimes I receive comments saying, today I was watching Onstumt and I feel like I heard your voice. Is that you? And I'm like, you're so good. That was me.
Yeah, people should like. So obviously the criminology babe and Onstumt, it's all based on voice, right?
Yes.
So even what we're doing right now is also voice dependent.
Yes.
Contents. I mean, so so you've been working on like 3 different fields since you came back.
Yes.
And so you started your YouTube channel during COVID, which was in 2020 or 2019?
Oh, it was 2020.
So how long did it take you to get to this like 80,000
Yes.
plus 80,000 subscribers?
Oh, it's a great story. So before the crime podcast, I actually did traveling vlogs. So I did traveling vlogs. I used to travel around and then I just vlogged everything. But it was just average watch, like 5 to 6Ks. It was okay, it was good. But then right after I started doing crime time, oh my gosh, one morning I woke up, my phone was blowing up. I was like, what is happening? Why is it so hot? What's going on? And then boom, the comment section was crazy. The views were crazy and people were loving it. And then I thought, this is my calling.
So this was your calling.
Yes.
As we can see from here.
Yes.
All right. So you're married, right?
Yes.
So what does your husband, like, and your spouse, support what you do, and then what makes you two a great couple?
Oh yes, he supports me so much. It's crazy. Like sometimes I feel down, like I'm only human. So sometimes I receive bad comments, or sometimes I feel like people are not watching me no more. I feel like, maybe I should stop doing it. And he's like, no, are you sure? But you love it. And then I'm like, sometimes I just joke around with him. And then I'm like, of course I'm not quitting. I'm just kidding. I'm not a quitter. He just loves it so much. And he watches me religiously. He's my first subscriber.
Oh, usually, like, the first subscribers are like, your other account.
No, he was my first subscriber. So.
Okay, great to hear that. So on this fashion channel, right?
Yes.
So what do you talk about it on? What kind of products, or daily lifestyle? What do you like? What's the channel is about?
Yes.
Like completely.
The channel is all about fashion. It started out to be all about fashion. It was good. So I started unboxing like the bags, and people loved it because the thing is that the fashion channel is in English, so the audience is more like the abroad, like from States, from Korea. People watch me from like all different countries. Yes, so first it was all based in English, and what I realized was if I do YouTube in English, I would get more opportunities because a lot of companies and brands contacted me through that channel. They would email me saying, we want to send your product. Can you review it on your video? Like, we would love your feedback. So I used to get a lot of those emails. But first I thought it was all scam. But then one company reached me, and the email seemed so legit. And I checked everything. And then boom, it was actually a legit company. It was a brand called Teddy Blake. And it's based in New York. So it's all luxury.
From the States?
Yes.
Where you love.
Yes, where I love. See, States is always coming back for me. So they would love to send me a bag. And at that time, I really felt like one of those American influencers or the YouTube ladies.
Because you're getting gifts and stuff, right?
Yes, true. I was like, wow, is it true? And then I just went to their website and I chose bag. It was actually pretty expensive. It was like $1,100, $1,200 or something. It was a small bag. And I was like, okay. It was a luxury leather from Italy. So I ordered it, but I didn't really think it's going to come to me. But boom, one day...
You just wanted to try it out.
I just wanted to try it out. And then boom, one day I received a call, and it's a shipping company lady. Hello, is this Uurtsaikh? So we received a package from New York for you. And then I got it. At that time, my hubby was like, you received a gift from New York? We had just so much fun. So I did my video. They loved it. And just like...
So you did a video about the bag, like an unboxing video about the bag, or what did you do?
So they sent me the bag, so I saved my reaction, right? And then I set up my whole video, and then I started recording, and then I unboxed it in real time. So it was my first reaction.
Is that what they wanted from you?
Yes, like how do you really feel it? Like, but they were so kind. Like, if you don't like it, you can just say it on your video. Like we can improve from
original.
that. Yes, very original. That's why I loved it, because if they say, like, just say good things about our bags, like I would never do that, because that's just not me. So I unboxed it. I actually really loved it. It was a beautiful bag. I still carry it to this day. And I did my genuine reaction, and I uploaded my video. The company loved it. And they actually really love me. They always keep up with me. Sometimes they just like seasonal greetings they sent me. So they loved my video. I did the video a year ago. And then a year later, 3 weeks ago, they contacted me again, like 4 weeks ago. And they're like, hey, Tsuki, how is your channel doing? We really loved your content before, so we want to send you another bag.
Oh,
yes.
Yes. 2 bags.
I did it, guys. I did it. 2 bags. So I did the whole thing again. But this time I ordered something different, a very big bag, because it's really trendy now. And the color is very trendy color too. It's a dark cherry red.
Let's just say this time I ordered more expensive one.
Yes.
Because now I know it's true.
Now I know it's legit.
So these things can happen, right?
Yes.
Like, but then we have to understand that, I'm pretty sure, the reason that this kind of opportunities are happening is because you were hosting the channel in English. And then how do you think, like, because we have to let the people know, if there's anyone who would love to start a YouTube channel about fashion or anything, these things really do happen, and there's a real-time example that we have right here.
Exactly. So I want to say to those people who want to start a YouTube, like, if it's possible, just do it in English. You will get a lot of opportunities. The world is your oyster, for sure. Like, nowadays, youngsters, they have bigger opportunities, better opportunities.
And then, were there any other companies that approached you with this kind of situation, the same situation?
Yes, a lot of companies, like, but it was just not my vibe. It was not my channel's like aesthetic. Yes, like I want to just focus mainly on the girly things, the bags, the fashion, the shoes. Yes, but it was like different things, like the electronics or different things.
So, as we know, like YouTube is not monetized in Mongolia. This is one
sad.
It is sad because there are a lot of YouTubers who have more than 100,000
Yes,
subscribers.
great potential.
400,000. We even have 1 million, right?
Yes.
A guy called Grimmix, I think. And so all these guys are losing their opportunities to get monetized. And I was on that NAS summit like past autumn. And there was a guy, I think he was a representative of YouTube from England, and then he was talking about the YouTube will be get monetized soon in Mongolia. And that is a very, very good news.
Very good news.
The reason that I'm starting this conversation is that, so you've been doing Criminology Babe channel since 2020. It's already been 3 years. You have more than 80,000 subscribers. Do you make money out of it?
No, actually not. Just through sponsorship here and there. But I do my YouTube just for myself and for my hobby, because this is what I love to do. And I feel like YouTube is really challenging me and taking me to the places I want to go. It's just a lot of good things. And even my skill, like talking skill, the like being in front of camera, it's just improving.
More relieved.
Yes, more relieved, more professional. Like I can talk very good now. So like it's everyday learning process. So I just don't want to stop learning. So keep learning.
One thing that we know for sure is starting a YouTube channel just to make money is a bad idea, actually.
Yeah, it's actually a bad idea. If you just think about money out of it, it's not going to happen, I think. It's not going to happen. Just think of it as your passion. Think of it as your hobby. If it's your passion, you're going to go there. You're going to do it, because YouTube takes a lot of consistency. You have to work hard. It's just not about talking in front of camera. It's about editing. It's about doing all the hard works. Behind the scenes, it's a lot of work, actually. Like I always record during the night time. You're
always educating yourself at the same time.
Yes, I always have to translate crazy amount of documents. I have to watch over and over again, like the same thing, just to have it in my brain. Because some people ask me, like, do you read, like in front of you, like there's a script? No, like it's all in my head. Yes, all the years, names, the places, everything is.
That is hard.
Yeah, so you have to be really working hard for that.
Even though it looks very simple in front of the camera, the behind the scene, the job that you're taking to take it to the camera is a lot of work.
It's a lot of work. Even today, your studio, it's a lot of work. It's so proud of you. Actually,
thank you.
I'm loving the setup. It's just like, I'm like a proud mama. Amazing place.
So the Criminology Babe. So where did this name come from?
Like I'm always so good with names. I always give great names to my friends, like the on-point names, like I'm such a nickname giver. So I was thinking about having my channel all about like the crime time. And then I was like, but the channel's name is Twinty though. It's just the head.
The content's name is.
So everybody know me as a Criminology Babe. It's just and also I have a slogan. It's like a motto. It's a hashtag good vibes. That
I remember. Like good vibes you've been carrying that ever since you came back from the States.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure you carried that even when you were in the States.
Yes, true.
This is one of a good vibes only thing, that the slogan that you use. This small sentence like describes you a lot.
Yes,
because I would tell all the viewers that she is, in real life time, she is that good vibe person.
Thank you. Thank you.
And because it's a podcast, I'm just bragging about you.
He means it.
And so you don't So we know that you don't make money out of the YouTube, and there's not much of a sponsorship because the content that you're creating is very hard to cooperate, right? Because you're
True.
talking about criminology.
Yeah.
You cannot be like, cooperating with the police.
True.
Some stuff. But we have to let the viewers understand that there are upsides, right?
Yes.
There are upsides. You're getting popular.
Oh,
And
yes.
company starts calling you.
Yes.
And the reason that I started this is that you were invited to Playtime last year to be a speaker.
Oh, beautiful story.
Tell me about
again.
the story.
Beautiful story. So I go to Playtime every year. I just love it so much. We even went together like the year before that. It was amazing. Always a fun time. And then so it was year before. Right? It was a year before. I was actually planning to go to Playtime with a bunch of friends. And then I received this phone call, and it was this lady saying, "Oh, so I'm calling from Playtime Management company. So we would want you as an artist." I thought it was a joke. I thought it was someone playing with me. I was like, "Who is this? Stop joking around." And she was like, I actually am. And then I felt so bad. So I went and met them, and they really wanted me as an artist. So I just couldn't believe it. And then I went. I did my podcast in real life with live audience. It was amazing. But I was actually scared because what if nobody shows up? Like I told my husband, what if nobody shows up? And he told me like, it's okay. It's for the experience. You're going to love it, like even when you grow old and gray, you're going to be like, I was performing in a music festival as an artist. So I did it. But surprisingly, a lot of people showed up. It was packed. The tent was full. People were even sitting in front of me on the ground. And whole hour we had so much fun. People loved that.
So how many stories you talk about there? 1 or 2?
So for 1 hour full, I did 3 stories.
Oh, wow. And they were packed.
Packed.
That is quite an experience, because
it was quite an experience.
Going to your favorite music festival as an artist and you're getting a full audience, that's like a dream come true,
True. And then I had the artist wristband.
Like
I was
showing it off.
Yes, I was making stories.
So these are the things, privileges, privileges that you can get even though you don't make money out of it. But I'm pretty sure you got paid, right?
Oh, no, I didn't.
Oh, really?
Yes.
It was just for...
No, they offered, and I was like, no, it's fine, it's cool. I just loved it. It was experience of a lifetime, so it was good.
I'm pretty sure you're going to be invited to another events like this.
Yes.
And the tent that you were last year was La Vie en Rose, I think, right?
Oui.
Oui.
See, to me, States is very close to heart, and also French is very close to heart.
Yeah, you're studying French, right?
Yes, now I'm taking French classes. Very excited.
Okay, how good is your French?
I got my...
Answer it in French.
Comme ci, comme ça, très bien. So I just got my B2 certificate, so now I know every grammar is there in French. But now I have to work on my speaking, pronunciation, and everything.
Is there any reason that you're learning French?
Yes, because I'm planning to move there soon. Not soon, but soon.
This is a further plan.
Further plan, in 5 years.
With the whole family?
Yes.
It's not like a whole family, it's you and your spouse, right?
Yes, and my 2 dogs.
I remember that you're a cat and dog person, right?
Oh, I'm such an animal person. I just love every kind of animal there is, birds, dogs, cats, horses.
Okay. As a Mongolian, right? How is there any a goal in your mind to promote Mongolia to the world?
Yes.
Everybody, I think, has their own way of promoting the country to the world. What do you think is yours?
I feel like you just have to take it a step by step, because when I was in States, people knew me as the good vibes, right? Oh, she's such an amazing person. We love Tuki, she's from Mongolia. To me, even that is a great thing that you're doing. If you're in different country, it's not Tuki, it's Mongolian person. So just be nice, be a good person, and they will just notice.
There's a saying that wherever you go, you're carrying your country, you're carrying your father's name.
Yes, true. That's why you have to be a good person and be true to yourself.
There's a Mongolian word saying that it's gonna sound bad, but it's a good word. Trust me. If you go to a jail, when they put you in jail, when the court pronounces your name, it's gonna start with your father's name.
Yes.
So these are the things that wherever we go, all over the world, even in the streets, right? You know, talking with foreigners, like in order to try, if you're trying to promote your own country to the world, to like welcome them to your country. So like self-discipline is very important.
True.
Because if you're abroad in a country and they've never been to Mongolia, they're gonna think Mongolia through you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So just be good wherever you are. That's the first thing you're doing for your country. You don't have to see the big picture, no? Just start small by small. You can't be a mean person and just, but I will show my Mongolian name in a different picture, bigger picture, right? Like it's about everyday interaction. Because
we are like a piece of the society.
True.
So it's true.
Yes.
I want to know that if there's any other plan for you to do another voiceover or any movies or anything.
Yes. So I'm actually doing a voiceover now.
Oh, really?
So it's another animation. It's a Come At Me Bro. So it's a...
Was it an NFT or something?
Yes. So it's actually a lot of work, but I'm not sure when it's going to come out because that's not my part. I'm just the artist part. So I'm doing that. And also I just had a part in the film. Like a series, TV series.
Okay.
And that's crazy. Now I say it to you, it's crazy.
So is it like your voice is gonna be there, or you're gonna be seen?
First, I thought when they offered me a part, I thought it's gonna be my voice because that's what I've known to them.
It's the same studio, is it?
Like not the same studio, but same crew members from Mount Doom, then from Come At Me Bro. So they offered me a part, and I was like, yeah, sure, like I can do voiceovers, and they were like, no, actually, you're gonna be in it, and you're the main role.
Oh.
And I was like, what? Me as a main role in a TV series? Are you guys sure?
Oh, talk more about it.
Yes, and I was like...
So what is it like, the story? Like,
the story is very interesting. It's actually very... First, it starts very mysterious, and then some love story gonna happen, and different people's like lives gonna appear, and... I can't spoil it, but it's good, it's good.
Okay.
So it's a 6-episode TV series. It's going to come out really soon.
Oh, it's a TV series?
It's a TV series. No, it's not. It's an IPTV series. Yes, it's going to be good, and I'm super excited. So we shot whole summer and fall.
Oh, so it's already been recorded?
It's already been recorded. Now we have just a few scenes left. And after that, it's the finished product.
When do you think it's going to be released?
Like probably around like January, February.
January. Okay, so it's in 2024.
Yes, it's 2024, yes.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, you're going to see the Criminology Babe on Come At Me Bro series on January or February. Somewhere around that.
No, not Come At Me Bro. That's the animation.
Okay.
The IPTV series is called Andromeda.
Andromeda. Okay, so this is a two different thing that you're on.
Two different things, two different projects.
Oh, wow. So you've been really, really busy then.
Yes, I've been really busy, but I really enjoy busy. I just love busy.
Okay, so talking about busy, why don't you share about your, like, how do you manage your time? Like, how did you manage your schedulings? Could you share that with our viewers?
Yes, it's tough. It's tough, but I manage it somehow. Like I don't have grand plan, or like I don't do that like note stuff, but just I managed to make it happen. I'm really kind of clumsy person, but somehow I always in the end manage it. Yes.
So, you're a clumsy person,
I'm super
and at
clumsy.
the end, somehow you manage it.
Yes, I think I just have so much heart into the things I do. That's why I somehow make it happen.
Uh-huh.
Because I always think about it, I put my all into it. So even if I'm clumsy, I just make it happen.
It's like a Lego.
Yes.
At the end, everything gets constructed.
True.
Even though during the process it's all over the place, but at the end
Yes.
it's complete.
To me, it's always like, trust the process. It's going to be good. Yes.
Sooner or later, you're gonna finish.
Yes.
That is great. So basically, it's okay to be clumsy then.
Yes, it's okay to be clumsy sometimes, but not all the time. You're going to break a leg.
All right. So, was there any like funny moments in your life that like you would like really laugh out loud? A story that you, if it's okay for you to share, of course.
Yes, actually, I have a lot of funny stories
Okay.
since I'm a clumsy person.
You came prepared.
Yes, but I have these two stories. They just stuck in my mind. It's like sometimes late night you think about it, you're like, oh. It's
Okay,
those stories.
you get the chills.
So, yes, so when I was in States, I used to work in this restaurant as a hostess. So people would just sit in the lobby and they would just write their names down. And when the table comes out, I would call their names. So the Hispanic and Latino culture is very huge in Los Angeles, right? But I didn't know a lot of Spanish, or I just didn't know at all. So I saw those name sheets,
Okay.
and then there was this name. And then I was like calling, Josie? Is there any Josie?
Oh.
And nobody answered me. And I just got written in.
The Jose.
Yes, and like the thing is, like, it's not just Josie, it's about people like looking at me, giving me bad looks, like, what did you say? And I was like, Josie, and my voice got really
You shivered
shaky.
and
It's really got shaky, and I was like, I'm sorry guys, is there any Josie here? And then there was this really nice old lady, she's like, honey, it's Jose. That's how I knew, that's how I found out. Sometimes it's a Juanita, Jose.
Juanita.
Yes, but now I'm really good at that. Yes.
I remember that there's a comedian, a ventriloquist comedian called Jeff Dunham. Have you seen Jeff Dunham before?
No.
So he makes voice ventriloquist, right? So he has these puppets called Ahmed, the Dead Terrorists, the Peanut, the Walter. So, and he has Jose the Jalapeno.
Oh.
Yeah, and then Peanut is the mean one, right? The funny one, like the very dorky one always makes fun of the Jose the Jalapeno because they feature always. And then he says, like, it's pronounced Josie.
That's an insult.
Yeah, he's just insulting.
Yes.
He always does that. I just remember that from that
Yes,
story.
true.
Was there any other that you would like to share?
Yes, the second story is, it's about a dating story. So the thing is, like, my brother is very strict. Oh my gosh, he's the strictest brother ever to exist. So especially with me. So I was turning 21. So like in States, if you're 21 and over, you can go grab a drink.
Yeah.
So I reached 21.
Same here in Mongolia.
Yes, I was so excited. But then my brother is like so against alcohol, like he hates alcohol. So he's like, no, even you're 21, you're a lady, you're supposed to not drink. And I was like, okay. And then one day this guy asked me out on a date. He was really sweet. He first asked my brother.
Oh, wow.
He kind of knew my brother through work, like the Asians community. So he asked my brother, like, hey, like, can I ask your sister out on a date? Which was so nice. My brother loves that kind of old school things. So he's like, yeah, sure, you can go ask her. And I asked my brother, like, can I go out on a date? And he's like, yeah, sure. As long as you come home before 12, you can go out for dinner. And I was like, yeah, thank you. And so my date came to pick me up. So he took me to this Korean barbecue restaurant. So it was like Korean music blasting, but the K-pop was not big as today. So I didn't know anything. I didn't know any Korean culture as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like nowadays, you see soju every day, soju
Yeah.
everywhere, like even in the convenience stores, right?
Mhm.
But back then, I didn't know soju. I didn't have any soju before.
Mhm.
So he took me to this Korean barbecue restaurant. So everybody was like barbecuing, right? So he took me to this like big room with full of people, like it was his friends. And then like everybody knew each other except me. So he introduced me. Hey guys, this is Tsuki. Like introduce yourselves, right? So I met his friends. It was a bunch of girls and guys. So they were like eating this huge barbecue. So there was barbecue happening everywhere, right? So it was very the scent is very strong, right? The barbecue smell.
Very oily. And
Very oily. Like I'm not a huge meat eater, so like I don't like do barbecue that often. So I sat down, so I started eating, and then he asked me like, "Have you had soju before?" And I was like, "No, I never had soju before." He's like, "You want to
and
try?"
I'm 21.
Yeah, now I'm 21, and he's like, "Do you want to try it?" I'm like, "Sure." So I tried first time. It was very, like, I was
Okay.
like, okay, it's like tastes like a warm water kind of like it's like even attic is stronger than this. What is
Okay,
happening?
yeah, okay.
And then he's like, "Are you okay? You good? Do you like it?" And I was like, "Yeah, I like it." And so I kept drinking, right, because it tasted like water. And like people were barbecuing like nonstop. So everybody was eating a lot of meat, and then I was eating a lot of meat too. And then boom, something hit me. Something was coming out, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, what is happening?" And then boom,
You knew it already.
I knew it.
You
Like
feel it that it's coming.
Yes, I just blocked my mouth, and then I excused myself. But it was a lot of people sitting around the table, so I'm just, "Excuse me, can I?" And then
So the door was on the other side.
yes, and then I couldn't reach the door. Yep.
Okay.
Yes, accidents do happen,
Yeah.
even for ladies.
Okay.
Yes. So yeah,
That is
I puked in front of people.
Okay. Hope it didn't go on the people.
No. I puked in front of their eyes. And the
on
funny
the, on
thing
the
is,
first date.
yes, and then I was so excited to like be out till midnight, right?
Yeah.
And then guess when I came back to home?
What
9
time?
p.m.
9 p.m. Okay.
And my brother was like, "What? 9 p.m. so early? What happened?" And I'm like, "I don't want to talk about it."
Okay. That's
So now I don't drink soju.
okay. What do you drink now?
Nothing. Just tea. Just tea and coffee, and that's it.
Okay. Some vegetables.
Yeah, some vegetables.
All right. That's one hell of a story.
Yes, it's a bad story. Sorry, guys, if I disturbed you while you're eating. I'm so sorry.
Okay. All right. So that is I think one of the funniest stories that I've heard on the podcast. All right. So what are you planning to do? Like other than the voiceover, right? So you do these vlogs now, two channels that you're managing. What is your like a day job now?
So my day job is the fashion marketing. So I mainly do that. I do styling as well. So I mainly work in fashion now, and that's my passion as well. So
Was that your major that you graduated in?
yes, true.
Oh, okay.
So my major is fashion, but I'm specifically more focusing on marketing and commercials, the photo shoots. Yes, all those jobs about cameras.
So
Feels like I really do love cameras.
it seems like, yeah.
Yes.
I think we're lucky that our phones have cameras now.
Yes.
So let's talk about your, if it's okay, of course. Like, what was your childhood like before you go into the States?
Yes. Oh, my childhood was really fun times. Like,
Were you born and raised in in UP or?
yes, I was born and raised in the UP. My childhood was just great. I was just a boy. I was just crazy. Monkey child. Like they used to call me monkey child. And my year is monkey as well.
Oh, okay.
So
That figures.
Yes, I'm the monkey of the family. I used to run, climb, garage like crazy. And my cousins are all boys. I'm the only one girl in family. So that explains a lot.
Yeah. So you grew up like a boy.
Like a boy, just like a boy, yes.
So what year was it? You went to the States when you were 16, right?
Yes.
So how did you take a foreign country? Because 16 is you're a teenager. That's
true.
where like your whole like mentality, your attitude, and everything will change suddenly, and then you would have a sudden change of mind and everything.
Yes.
So how did that take when you went to the States?
Okay, not gonna lie, first few months were actually bad. It was not bad in like lifestyle bad way. It was just emotionally bad because I was just a teenager girl hanging out with my girlfriends. You know, it was just the best time of my life. But then the change of environment, change of places, and first few like 3 to 4 months, I was actually very lonely and sad. Of course, I have my brother there, so family-wise everything is good. But from friends-wise, I just missed home. I just missed friends. Yeah, mainly I missed friends a lot. But then I started making more friends in States and adjusted myself, and just everything worked out. So I'm naturally a very talkative person, so it's very easy for me to find friends.
So how many countries have you been to?
So,
like travel-wise?
Yes, I tried counting it like 10, 11, yes.
What was your favorite?
My favorite, now I think about
and why?
it. Now I think about it, I think it was Russia. Yes. Yes.
Really? That's very interesting.
Yes, something about Russia is just very, my aesthetically, very me. Because, as you know, as my friend, I'm very that Victorian, I'm into Victorian era, like the old vintage, Anastasia, old vintage Victorian, like the castle, chateau. Even if I watch movies, I always watch like historical films. I'm not into whole that sci-fi futuristic films. I'm more into like war, history related, the old movies. So Russia, especially St. Petersburg, was just my alley. It was just beautiful. I enjoyed there so much, and it was first trip with my hubby. So that's what made it more special. It was beautiful.
Like
Yes.
there are a lot of places that we can discover.
Yes, especially I want to go in wintertime. You know I love wintertime. I even had my wedding
I hate
during the wintertime. I know most people hate it, but somehow winter just, I love it so much.
I think it's like, loving the weather is like, it depends on the places you've been, I think. I lived in India for 2 years.
Ah, yes, true.
I love warm weather. I like ever since when I was a kid, I loved warm weather. I wish Mongolia had 4 seasons of summer. At least spring, autumn, summer, and summer again.
How can you live without winter and snow?
Oh, it's so cold. I hate cold.
I love the cold.
Right. But there are people that would like to experience Mongolia in winter, though.
Yes. Like I saw this comment on this content, and one person commented I've never felt or seen snow before, and I wanna see snow for the first time in my life. And I'm 40 something, she said.
Oh, really?
Yes, and in my heart, I just want to send her snow.
You would email her I would like to send you a snow.
Yes, so.
And then she checks it and the email is legit. and then she would get a Mongolian snow in the freezer.
Yes. You know the little freezers?
Yes.
Like for the skincare girls?
All right. That was a good, actually, thing. Are there, how many foreign viewers do you have? I'm pretty sure you have more foreign viewers on the fashion channel, right?
Yes, true.
And then you just mentioned one comment, and then how often do you get comments from abroad? In which countries?
Yes, a lot from States, from Australia as well, Canada. Yes, was it Iceland? I saw Iceland and I was like, wow. Yes. But in Mongolian channel, I see a lot of Mongolians who live in abroad. Watch me a lot, like Mongolians in Korea, Mongolians in States, Mongolians in Sweden or those area, at the Czech Republic. They would watch me a lot. You see the inside of your channel, right?
Yeah.
And then you see those country all the time. Yes.
So the reason that I was asking, right? So you on the fashion channel, you have a English side, and also you're doing the vlog on that channel. And it's in Mongolian.
It's in Mongolia. Like I asked on my 20 channel, like, so guys, I'm planning to do a vlogmas this year. Like on which language would you want to see? And 40% were English, and the 60% were like in Mongolia. They would ask like, can you do it in Mongolian? Maybe later, like you can do it in English. And I was like, yeah, since it's my first vlog, I just wanna share it with my Mongolian audience. So I'm doing my vlogmas in Mongolian.
Any do you have in the far future that any other plans to open another channel? That a channel that you have in mind that this I think should do?
I don't think so. I think 2 is enough.
Enough. Huh?
Like I think 2 is enough. I think it's going to be too much for me. Yeah, because I see like even now doing vlogmas takes a lot of time because I do everything on my own. But like I see these other countries' girls, like the YouTubers, but they have editors. They have cameraman, so it's more easier for them. But for me, I'm my own cameraman. I'm my own editor, so it takes a lot of time, especially editing part. It takes a lot of time. So like doing vlog every day means you gotta stay up super late. You gotta wake up super early.
I feel you. We're in the same shoe.
Yes, yes.
So we're coming to an end of our podcast, and is there any quote or saying or that you would like to share to our viewers?
Okay. Now I think about like it's not just a quote. It's just it's what I think when I have ups and downs. It's like, it's okay, sun will come out tomorrow. Because every time something sad or something hard happens to me, like I always think like it's gonna happen. It's just gonna pass, and in the next few years, I'm just gonna look back and think about it, and it's gonna be a funny story. So just make it like think like what you're experiencing today in the future. It's gonna be one of those just memories. So don't take it so hard. Yes. So sun will come out tomorrow.
So basically what has happened is happened.
Yes.
There's no reason to take too much attention on it, right?
Yes. Like everybody go through that. So don't worry, it's just not you.
All right. Thank you for coming to our podcast and sharing your lifestyle and all these channels and experiences that you had. And you are the first repat on our channel, and we deeply thank you for accepting our invitation.
Thank you so much for having me. It's a great pleasure.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, this was the episode 8 of Galaxy Podcast. We had 20, the Criminology Babe, and the Down 2 YouTube channels owner.
Yes.
And ladies and gentlemen, hopefully we'll see you on the episode 9. And don't forget to subscribe. It won't cost you much, but it helps a lot to us.
Yes.
Bye-bye.
Good vibes only.